Hey, welcome to the video. Today we're going to be showing you where the Zur is, his location, his random rolls, and my recommendation for November 19, 2021. You can find him in his regular spot in the tower. Just head over to the top left section of the hangar and he's right here next to the precipice. And of course, this is a high overview in case this is all you cared about. First up for the weapon today, we have the Fighting Lion, the only primary ammo grenade launcher in the game, and obviously it has infinite ammo because it's primary ammo. It's got a bunch of different perks, including the fact that it bounces off of surfaces, you can hold and release to airburst it, and then there's one that does a bunch of different things, and direct hits do more damage to shields, damaging multiple combatants, increase reload speed, and rapidly defeating grenade damaged combatants fill the magazine. And that last part, basically you hit an enemy with the grenade, switch weapons to something else, and then you finish them off, and that should reload the Fighting Lion. Overall, I don't really see a place for the Fighting Lion in the meta. I forget what the Catalyst does. I think it does something nice. Maybe it has to do with reload speed, but I don't really find a big place for it in the meta, because most of the time special ammo grenade launchers have plenty of ammo anyways, and they do more damage, and there's often more interesting stuff as well. On top of the fact that it can have spike grenade, it can have a damage perk, it can have auto loading. There's a lot of really much better legendary specials. But hey, look on the bright side. You got a few little ornaments for this weapon that no one else can have. Following that, for the Hunter exotic, we have Young Ahamkar's Spine. Increase the trip mine grenade duration and blast radius, and ability damage grants trip mine grenade energy. This counts any of the abilities, your super, your melee, and your actual trip mine grenade. And a little bit of a secret perk here, it also makes your trip mine grenade take like 1/5 of the damage, so it can survive a lot more shots, which in my opinion is one of the better parts, because as soon as somebody can't destroy in a couple of shots, they usually give up. When it comes to the stats on this, obviously you'd like to have a lot of discipline. Obviously you want to get more from your ability, but there almost always is going to be something left over, and you want to have a lot of discipline. On hunters, you want a lot of mobility, and this is more of a PvP exotic, so you'd probably want a bit more recovery. The roll overall for the distribution is not bad actually, but just not as good as you'd want it to be. And the ornament does nothing basically. Up next after that, for the Titan exotic, we have the Ursa Furiosa. One of the best exotics in the game, used to be at #1 the last few seasons. However, it did get nerfed, so now you get your super up to 50%, just like any other super generating exotic. That being said, it's still a top 5 exotic and extremely useful. If you do not have one, you should get it. If you've never heard of it, first part doesn't matter. Second part, guarded damage converts to super energy when your super ends. And really, you only have to get shot 3 or 4 times and you get 50% of your super. Furthermore, if you're using the middle tree void, you actually have teammates behind you. It lasts a really long time. You spawn 15 orbs, and it's extremely powerful for Grandmaster Nightfalls. And also, there's a little bear on the top. Isn't that adorable? You can also make it a polar bear too. It's a little polar bear on the top. After that, obviously, you'd like to take a look at the perks. You'd like to see recovery, probably like to see intellect. It's okay in both of these, and the total stats is around average, so honestly, I would recommend it. And finally, for the Warlike exotic, we have the Aeon Soul. 67, god damn. We have the Aeon Soul, which is also another top 10 exotic. It allows you to have a bunch of different perks to do a bunch of different things. My personal favorite is going to be Insight, because you can spawn in special ammo and heavy ammo for your teammates, and all you have to do is finish a champion and an elite enemy, which is pretty easy, especially in a Grandmaster Nightfall. They are everywhere, and being able to spawn in heavy ammo, this is the absolute only way outside of special artifact mods that you can spawn heavy ammo guaranteed. Oh, and I guess there's that mod, but that takes a lot of your super energy, which is a big cost. If you are using a subclass where you don't know what exotic to use, this is oftentimes just a good option or a default option in the Grandmaster Nightfalls. When it comes to the roll, honestly, it doesn't really matter what roll you have on this, but obviously you'd like to see a lot of recovery, and I guess discipline is pretty nice to see as well. Obviously, you do have a decent amount of resilience and a low amount of mobility, which may be a favorite for warlocks. And the total stacks of 67 is pretty damn high. Honestly, I didn't think we were going to find one that's actually close to the one I have, because I do have a 66 roll, but it's pretty damn good. Outside of that, let's take a look at the different legendary weapons. First up, we have the Lonesome. Rapid hit swashbuckler is okay. A bunch of different stability and range stuff in here, so actually a pretty decent Lonesome, but not the best. We have the Ikelos that does have Surrounded that I do like to see. However, you definitely need a lot more stability and range for this. After that, the Cold Denial. Grave Robber Unrelenting. Stability is just not what you're looking for at all. Wishbringer, Hipfire, Snapshot does have a few range stuff, but definitely can do a lot better. Ikelos Sniper Rifle seems more of a PvE build, but there definitely are better snipers and better options for this one. Outrageous Fortune, it's a 150, although okay options. Again, it's just 150s just suck. And then finally, Crowd Pleaser, definitely not what you're looking for, and cannot have a damage perk like Interference 6. It's just, I don't get it. There's nothing better than Interference 6 when it comes to grenade launchers, as far as legendaries go. Following that, obviously, we have the legendary armor specifically for the Warlock. 63, decent distribution. I would actually recommend that. 57, not so much. 56, not so much, and 59, kind of meh, so definitely the gloves are going to be your best bet on this one. Again, this is just for the Warlock. The other two classes have something different. Not enough space. Oh, you right? Oh, you right? Oh, look, an Umbral Engram. Ah, I have space now. And of course, make sure you pick up your exotic engrams. They guarantee you an exotic you've never received before, and it's going to be a high stat roll. And this is the end. This is endgame. If you want to get high stat roll exotics, you got to spin this thing. 67. Goddamn, what do I have? 67, goddamn. And of course, if you haven't seen it already, I do live streams right after these videos. You can see all the times on screen right now. On Tuesdays and Fridays, I actually do the live streams on YouTube. You may have seen those in your feed, trying some new stuff out. I may end up streaming more on YouTube, but otherwise, I'm streaming on twitch.tv/Dychronic. We're oftentimes doing open lobbies for raids, for Grandmaster Nightfall, seasonal stuff, and today, we're going to be doing a bunch of Vault of Glass raids. So if you want to carry on it, come and join us. And of course, a big thank you to my patrons on Patreon. Specifically, big thank you to Mom, Dad, Christian Thompson, Dr. Strange, Kellyanne, Monday, Steve Bachmas, Raymond Shonen, and Panther Casey Reagan for their support on Patreon. Can I just say, a lot of these names have been on here for a very, very long time. Mom and Dad, Dr. Strange, Kellyanne, Monday, Steve Bachmas, Raymond Shonen, and Panther Casey Reagan. You guys have been there for a really, really long time. Thank you so much for helping me on Patreon. It really means the world to me. So thank you. I appreciate it. My name is Dychronic, and I'll see you guys on the next one.